There exists a code, written not in numbers or symbols, but in the very fabric of space-time. It is the operating system of the universe, the source code of reality itself. The ancients knew it as divine law, the mystics as the great mystery, and the quantum physicists as the observer effect. Today we shall know it by its true name, the 3I Atlas Protocol. This is not a metaphor. It is the master key to unlocking a state of being so abundant, so potent, and so sovereign that we have labeled it interstellar abundance. A wealth that is not just financial, but dimensional, unbound by the gravitational pull of lack and limitation. Welcome, architect of reality, to your great awakening. You have felt its echo in moments of profound certainty. You have seen its shadow in uncanny synchronicities, but you have been conditioned to believe it was mere chance. I am here to tell you that chance has no place in a universe governed by immaculate law. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the epicenter of its creation, and the 3I Atlas Protocol is the language you were born to speak. The protocol is composed of two fundamental interlocking systems. The first is the 3I engine: intention, imagination, and invocation. This is the Trinity of ignition, the internal power plant that generates the energetic blueprint for your desired reality. Intention is the focused, unyielding laser of your will, the declaration of what shall be. Imagination is the quantum workshop, the holodeck of the mind where you construct, feel, and inhabit your reality before it hardens into fact. And invocation is the command, the spoken or felt I am that stamps your creation with the seal of divine authority, commanding the elements of the universe to obey. These three forces, when unified, create a coherent vibrational signal that pierces through the static of doubt and disbelief, sending a clear directive into the cosmic field. They are the cause. They are the command. They are the genesis of all that you will become. The second system is the Atlas framework. Align, transmute, launch, actualize, and sustain. This is the external manifestation mechanism, the bridge that carries your inner creation from the world of energy into the world of form. Align means tuning your entire being, your thoughts, emotions, and actions, to the frequency of your fulfilled desire. Transmute is the alchemical process of converting all resistance, fear, and doubt into raw fuel for your intention. Launch is the sacred act of release, of surrendering your creation to the universal intelligence with absolute faith. Actualize is the art of recognizing and seizing the synchronicities, opportunities, and inspired actions that the universe presents as the pathway. Finally, sustain is the discipline of embodying the state of the wealthy, powerful creator, holding the vibration of your new reality until it becomes your unshakable, default existence. Atlas is the titan of action, the framework that gives your inner power a foothold in the material world. It ensures that your divine blueprint is built to last. To begin this journey, you must first accept a radical premise. The reality you currently experience is a lagging indicator of your past consciousness. The state of your bank account, your relationships, your health, it is all a fossilized record of your former inner conversations and assumptions. The 3I Atlas Protocol does not negotiate with this old reality. It overwrites it. Your first practical application is therefore one of observation and declaration. For the next 24 hours, you will carry a small notebook or use a note-taking app on your phone. You will become a silent witness to your own mind. Every time you catch yourself thinking a thought rooted in lack, limitation, or complaint, you will simply write it down without judgment. I can't afford that. This is too hard. Nothing ever works out for me. Just observe. Do not fight the thoughts. Do not condemn them. Merely see them for what they are, echoes of an old program. At the end of these 24 hours, you will perform your first invocation. You will take this list and read each limiting belief aloud. After each one, you will powerfully declare, "This is the old code. I see it, I acknowledge it, and I release it from my system." Then, you will destroy the list, burn it safely, shred it, or delete the file permanently. This is a ceremonial act of severing your energetic ties to the past. You are clearing the terminal to input a new command. This is not about positive thinking. This is about system administration of the self. You are identifying the corrupted files before installing the divine operating system of abundance. Reflect on this. What reality have you been unintentionally programming with your inner monologue? What cosmic broadcasts have you been sending out from a place of scarcity? The power to change the broadcast is, and has always been, within you. The final teaching of this chapter is one of sovereign responsibility. The 3I Atlas Protocol is not a magic trick to get things from a reluctant universe. It is the user manual for the creative power that is you. You are not asking a God for a favor. You are remembering that you are the God who commands. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you who you are being. From this moment forward, you will begin the process of being the interstellar sovereign, the master of wealth, the architect of worlds. Your journey into power begins not with a whisper, but with a command. Energy affirmations. I am the master of the code that creates worlds. I am the conscious architect of my reality. I release all old programming of lack and limitation. My intention is a law unto the universe. The 3I Atlas Protocol is my native language. I am now activating my infinite power to manifest wealth and abundance. My reality is a mirror of my sovereign I Am. Chapter 2. The I Am Singularity, your first pillar of power. In the center of the cosmos, there is not chaos, but a point of infinite potential, a singularity from which all creation emerges. This is not a distant astronomical phenomenon. It is a reality that exists within you. It is the source of all power, the origin point of every reality you will ever experience. This singularity has a name that has been whispered by masters and prophets throughout the eons. That name is I Am. When you speak the words I Am, you are not merely describing yourself. You are issuing a creative decree from the singularity of your being. You are speaking the name of God, and whatever follows those two words becomes the law of your existence. This is the first and most crucial pillar of the 3I Atlas Protocol. Before you can manifest wealth, you must first claim the power that creates it. The consciousness of I Am is the foundation upon which all interstellar abundance is built. Most of humanity misuses this sacred power unconsciously. They attach the divine name to their limitations. I am poor. I am tired. I am unlucky. I am struggling. Each of these statements is an affirmation, a prayer to the God within, a command issued from the singularity that the universe must, by its very nature, obey and manifest. The universe does not judge. It simply fulfills the decree of the I Am that speaks it. It hears the authority in your voice, the authority of the Creator, and it rushes to make it your physical reality. To unlock interstellar abundance, you must reclaim this power from the prisons of your conditioning. You must consciously and deliberately attach your I Am presence only to the states you wish to embody. You are not a person who is trying to become wealthy. You are the creative power, the I Am, choosing to assume the state of wealth. The development of this power requires you to understand the difference between observing a state and identifying with it. You may observe a lack of funds in your bank account, but the moment you say, I am broke, you have fused your divine identity with the state of lack. You have commanded the singularity within to continue creating that reality. The master of the code learns to stand as the silent, unmovable witness, the I Am, and consciously chooses which state to inhabit, regardless of the evidence of the senses. Your senses report on the past. Your I Am commands the future. This is the great secret of the ages. You do not fight the darkness, you turn on the light. You do not fight poverty. You declare with the full conviction of your being, I am wealth. You declare it not as a wish, but as a fact in a dimension that is more real than the physical world. You are announcing your true nature. Your practical application for mastering this pillar is the ritual of the sovereign self. You will perform this every morning upon waking and every night before sleeping. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take 3 deep, slow breaths. With each breath, feel yourself detaching from the identity the world has given you. Your name, your job, your history. Let it all fall away. Now bring your awareness to the silent, observing presence behind your thoughts. This is the real you. This is the I am. From this place of pure consciousness, begin to repeat the two sacred words, silently or as a whisper. I am. Do not attach anything to them yet. Just feel the power and vibration of I am. I am. I am. Feel the silent, infinite potential contained within that statement. Do this for 5 minutes, bathing your entire consciousness in the pure power of your own divinity. After 5 minutes, you will begin to consciously attach the states you desire. With absolute authority, declare inwardly, I am wealth, I am abundance, I am sovereignty, I am power, I am the architect of my world. Feel the energetic shift as you make these declarations. Do not merely say the words. Feel the reality of them. What does it feel like to be wealth? Feel the security, the freedom, the generosity. What does it feel like to be power? Feel the confidence, the certainty, the ability to command your reality. Inhabit this new state of being for another 5 to 10 minutes. You are not pretending. You are assuming your true identity in the quantum field. This is your primary work as a creator. This is forging your pillar of power. Reflect on this. How many times a day do you unknowingly command your inner singularity to create what you do not want? How would your life change, starting today, if you consciously policed the gateway of your I am and allowed only declarations of power, wealth, and mastery to pass through? The world you see is a direct result of the I am statements you have been embodying. To change the world, you must first change the statement. The teaching is this: you are not in the universe is in you. All of it is contained within your consciousness, awaiting the command of your I am to be brought forth. The singularity within you is the ultimate creative force. Use it consciously, use it deliberately, and the cosmos will have no choice but to reshape itself around your new decree. Energy affirmations. I am the singularity of all power and potential. I am the creative word that forges reality. I consciously attach my I am presence only to that which I desire. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am the supreme authority in my universe. My I am presence dissolves all lack and limitation. Chapter 3. The Quantum Loom, Weaving Reality with Thought. Imagine that the universe is a vast, dark, silent loom. The threads of this loom are pure potential, infinite strands of energy that can be woven into any pattern, any tapestry, any reality imaginable. This is the quantum field, a sea of infinite possibility awaiting instruction. Now understand this truth. Your mind is the master weaver. Your thoughts are the shuttle, and your sustained attention is the force that pushes the shuttle, weaving the threads of potential into the fabric of your experience. This is not poetry. It is the physics of creation. The quantum loom is constantly at work, and you are constantly weaving. The only question is whether you are weaving a masterpiece of abundance by design or a tapestry of chaos by default. The 3I Atlas protocol empowers you to become a conscious, deliberate, and masterful weaver. The energy of thought is far more potent than you have been led to believe. Every thought you hold emits a specific vibrational frequency. A thought of gratitude vibrates differently than a thought of resentment. A thought of abundance has a different signature than a thought of scarcity. These thought frequencies are not contained within your skull. They are broadcast into the quantum field, and like a tuning fork, they cause the corresponding threads of potential to vibrate in sympathy. When you sustain a thought or belief with focus and feeling, you are gathering more and more of these sympathetic threads. You are weaving them together, making the pattern denser, more coherent, more substantial, until it reaches a critical mass and precipitates from the unseen world of energy into the seen world of your physical reality. This is the process of manifestation. It is the science of weaving on the quantum loom. The second I in the 3I engine is imagination. Your imagination is the design studio where you create the blueprint for the tapestry you wish to weave. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself already in possession of your desire, seeing the world from that state, feeling the emotions of that state, hearing the sounds of that state. You are creating a powerful, coherent, energetic pattern. This is not idle daydreaming. This is quantum engineering. You are creating a mold in the ethers, a powerful vortex that begins to draw the unformed threads of potential into its specific shape. The more detailed, sensory, and real your imaginal act is, the more powerful the vortex becomes. You must live in your imagination as if it were more real than your current physical world, for in truth, it is. The imaginal world is the causal plane. The physical world is merely the world of effect. Your practical application is to master the art of what we call state weaving. This goes beyond simple visualization. You will dedicate 15 minutes each day to this practice. First, define with absolute clarity the reality you wish to create. Let us use the example of interstellar wealth. Do not just see a pile of money. Instead, construct a specific scene which implies you are already outrageously wealthy. Perhaps you are calmly looking at your portfolio, seeing a number that brings a feeling of profound peace and freedom. Perhaps you are making a massive, joyful donation to a cause you love. Or perhaps you are on the deck of a yacht in the Mediterranean, feeling the sun on your skin, with absolutely no financial concerns in the world. Choose one short, vivid scene that implies the wish is fulfilled. Now, enter the quantum loom. Close your eyes, relax your body, and loop this scene in your imagination. But here is the key. You are not watching it like a movie. You must enter the scene. See through your own eyes. Feel the weight of the phone in your hand as you check your portfolio. Smell the salt in the air on the yacht. Feel the deep, authentic emotion of gratitude and relief. The feeling is the weaver's master stroke. It is the dye that sets the color of the threads. Loop the scene again and again, each time making it more real, more sensory, more saturated with the feeling of its reality. Do this for 15 minutes without fail. You are not trying to make it happen. You are impressing the finished pattern onto the field of potential. You are weaving. After your session, you will drop it completely, trusting that the loom is at work. Reflect now upon the tapestries you have woven unconsciously, the patterns of worry, repeated over and over, the scenes of failure imagined in vivid detail, the feelings of anxiety that you have looped for years. You are already a master weaver. You have simply been using your power to create patterns you do not desire. The quantum loom makes no judgments. It will weave a tapestry of poverty just as skillfully as a tapestry of wealth. The choice of pattern is, and always has been, yours. The final teaching is this. Your dominant thoughts and feelings are the blueprint you hand to the universe. Treat your mind as the sacred design studio it is. Guard its doors fiercely. Allow only the thoughts, images, and feelings that align with the masterpiece you intend to create. You are the weaver. The loom is waiting. Pick up the shuttle and begin. Energy affirmations. I am the master weaver on the quantum loom of reality. My imagination is the blueprint for my magnificent life. I impress the subconscious mind with my vision of success. Every thought I think is a thread in my tapestry of abundance. I feel the reality of my wealth, and the universe conspires to match it. I am a master of quantum engineering. My inner world of thought and feeling is the cause of my outer world of form. Chapter 4. Shattering the Scarcity Constellation. In the vast cosmos of your consciousness, there are not only stars of infinite potential, but also dark constellations. Patterns of belief that create gravitational fields of their own. The most powerful and destructive of these is the Scarcity Constellation. It is a cluster of interconnected limiting beliefs about money, worthiness, and possibility that exerts a constant, subtle pull on your reality, keeping you locked in an orbit of not enough. Beliefs like, money is the root of all evil, you have to work hard to get by, I'm just not a money person, or rich people are greedy, are the dying stars that form this constellation. You did not create these beliefs. You inherited them from your culture, your family, your collective consciousness. But you have given them a home in your mind, and they have been silently sabotaging your creative power. To access interstellar abundance, you must do more than just focus on new thoughts. You must actively shatter this old constellation. These beliefs are not harmless opinions. They are active energetic structures. They function as a filter, distorting your perception of reality. They cause you to overlook opportunities, to self-sabotage when success is near, and to feel an undercurrent of anxiety around wealth. They are a force field that repels the very abundance you are trying to attract with your conscious mind. The second step of the Atlas framework, transmute, is the alchemical process by which we take these dense, dark stars of belief and detonate them, releasing their trapped energy and converting it into pure fuel for our ascent. We do not fight them. We expose them to the light of our awareness and dissolve them with a superior truth. The process of transmutation begins with identification. You cannot shatter what you cannot see. These beliefs are often so deeply embedded that they feel like absolute truth. They operate from the shadows of the subconscious. Therefore, your first task is to become a belief hunter. This is a more active process than the simple observation from Chapter 1. You will take a journal and create a section titled The Scarcity Code. For 1 week, your mission is to listen. Listen to the conversations you have with others about money. Listen to the silent commentary in your own head when you pay a bill, when you see someone wealthy, when you think about your desires. What is the story you tell yourself about money? Write down every single belief, assumption, and truth about wealth that you uncover. It takes money to make money. I'll never get out of debt. Wanting more is selfish. Be ruthless. Be honest. Drag every one of these shadow beliefs into the light of the written page. Once you have compiled your list, you will perform the shattering ritual. This is a practical application of immense power. Take your list, one belief at a time. Read the first limiting belief aloud. For example, you have to work hard for money. Now challenge it directly. Ask yourself, is this absolutely universally true? Is it true for everyone, everywhere? Are there people who receive vast sums of money through joy, inspiration, and clever ideas? Yes. The moment you find an exception, the belief begins to lose its power. It is no longer a universal law. It is merely an opinion you have been holding. Now you will overwrite it with a new, empowering command, a stellar affirmation. For you have to work hard for money, your new command could be, I am a conduit for inspired, joyful wealth. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly from expected and unexpected channels. You will go down your entire list, performing this 3-step process for each belief. 1. Read the old belief aloud. 2. Challenge its absolute truth. 3. Verbally declare its powerful opposite replacement. This is a conscious act of cognitive and energetic reprogramming. You are systematically dismantling the old constellation and replacing it with a new one, the constellation of abundance. After you have transmuted every belief on your list, you will once again ceremonially destroy the paper, declaring, the scarcity constellation is hereby shattered. Its energy is transmuted and returned to me as pure creative power. I am now aligned with the constellation of infinite abundance. Reflect upon the invisible cage this constellation has built around you. How has it limited your choices, your dreams, your very sense of self? It has been the silent governor on your engine of creation. By shattering it, you are removing the limitations. You are not just aiming for a better life within the old orbit. You are breaking free into a new cosmic trajectory. The final teaching here is that a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. It has no power other than the power you grant it through your unquestioning repetition. You are the astronomer of your own mind. You have the power to name the stars, to chart the constellations, and to declare which celestial bodies will govern your reality. Choose to navigate by the stars of infinite possibility, and your journey to interstellar wealth is assured. Energy affirmations. I am shattering every belief that limits my abundance. I transmute all fear and doubt into pure creative fuel. I am worthy of massive, effortless wealth. The constellation of abundance now governs my reality. My mind is a fertile ground for prosperity and success. I release all inherited scarcity programming. I am the conscious creator of my beliefs, and I choose beliefs that empower me. Chapter 5. The Trinity of ignition: intention, imagination, and invocation. We now return to the core power plant of your creative ability, the 3I engine. We have touched upon its components, but now we will unify them into a single, focused, unstoppable force. Intention, imagination, and invocation are the three faces of the creative God within you. When they work in harmony, they create a resonant frequency so powerful it can bend reality to your will. When they are disjointed, when your intention is unclear, your imagination is weak, or your invocation is hesitant, your signal to the universe is scattered and ineffective. Mastering the Trinity of ignition is the difference between firing a shotgun of wishes into the dark and firing a coherent laser beam of command that vaporizes all obstacles. This is the heart of conscious creation. Let us define them with precision. Intention is the first I. It is the arrow. It is the destination you plug into your cosmic GPS. An intention is not a hope or a wish. A wish says, I would like to have more money. An intention declares, I am now generating a reality in which $1,000 is present in my experience for the joyous expansion of my life and the world. It is specific, it is definite, and it is stated as a present moment command. A weak intention is like a loose arrow. It wobbles and falls short of the target. A powerful intention is forged in the fires of clarity and desire. It must be something you truly, deeply want, not something you think you should want. Your intention is the directive you give to your subconscious mind and the universe at large. It must be crystal clear. Imagination is the second I. It is the bow. It is the mechanism that gives your arrow of intention its power and trajectory. As we explored with the quantum loom, your imagination is the workshop where you build the sensory reality of the wish fulfilled. This is where you add the feeling, the color, the sound, the texture. Intention alone is a cold command. Imagination infuses it with lifeblood, with the emotional energy that impresses the subconscious mind and the quantum field. The subconscious does not think in words, it thinks in images and feelings. To command it, you must speak its language. A vivid, sustained imaginal act is the most powerful language you can use. It is the act of charging the bow with immense potential energy before the arrow is released. Invocation is the third and final I. It is the release. It is the moment the archer lets the arrow fly. Invocation is the sacred act of sealing your intention and imaginal act with the power of your I am. It is the final, authoritative command. This can be a spoken declaration, a deep inner knowing, or a powerful feeling of it is done. The invocation of I am claims the imaginal reality as your true self. After you have imagined your scene, you declare, I am this reality now. This is not an act of arrogance, but of divine memory. You are remembering your power as a creator and using it to stamp your creation as real. The invocation cuts through all doubt and solidifies the energetic mold you have created. It is the final click that saves the file to the hard drive of the universe. Your practical application is to combine these three forces into a daily 10-minute ignition ritual. Set your intention. 2 minutes. Begin by taking a piece of paper and writing down your primary intention in clear, present-tense language. I am joyfully celebrating my net worth exceeding $5 million. Read it aloud 3 times with feeling and authority. Fold the paper and place it in your pocket or nearby. You have chosen your target. Charge with imagination. 7 minutes. Now, close your eyes and enter the bow. Perform the state weaving technique from Chapter 3. Construct and live in the short, vivid scene that implies your intention is fulfilled. Feel it with every fiber of your being. Saturate the scene with the emotions of joy, gratitude, and peace. Make it so real that when you open your eyes, you are surprised to find yourself back in your room. You are drawing the bowstring back, accumulating immense creative tension. Seal with invocation, 1 minute. At the peak of your feeling state, release the arrow. While still feeling the reality of your imaginal scene, powerfully and silently declare, I am this, it is done, and so it is. Feel a wave of relief and certainty wash over you. There is nothing more to do. The arrow has been loosed and it will find its mark. Reflect on your past attempts at creation. Where was the Trinity out of sync? Did you have a clear intention but failed to charge it with imagination? Did you visualize powerfully but fail to claim it with the authority of invocation? The 3I engine requires all three components to be firing in perfect sequence. The final teaching is this: intention is the what. Imagination is the how it feels. Invocation is the now. You are the Trinity. You are the archer, the bow, and the arrow. When you unify these aspects of your creative self, you become a force of nature, a true architect of reality, capable of manifesting anything you can first create within the sacred temple of your mind. Energy. Affirmations. My intention is a laser that cuts through all obstacles. My imagination is the sacred workshop where I build my future. My invocation of I am makes my inner world a physical fact. I am the perfect union of intention, imagination, and invocation. I speak my desire into being with absolute authority. The Trinity of ignition is now fully active within me. I am a master of conscious creation. Chapter 6. The Atlas Matrix, activating your 5 cosmic anchors. The 3I engine generates the blueprint. The Atlas Matrix builds the temple in the physical world. Atlas is the titan that bridges the gap between the unseen and the seen. It is an acronym for the 5 crucial stages of manifestation in the material plane: align, transmute, launch, actualize, sustain. Without this framework, even the most powerful inner creations can dissipate like smoke, failing to find purchase in the dense energy of physical reality. Activating the Atlas Matrix is how you ground your interstellar visions into earthly wealth. It is the sacred geometry of inspired action. Each of the 5 points is a cosmic anchor that you must consciously drive into your daily existence. The first anchor is A, align. Alignment is the state of vibrational harmony with your fulfilled desire. It means that your dominant thoughts, feelings, and actions are consistent with the person who already has what you want. You cannot intend to be wealthy while constantly feeling poor, speaking of lack, and acting from a place of scarcity. To align, you must consciously choose the thoughts of the wealthy you. You must deliberately cultivate the feelings of the abundant you. And most importantly, you must begin to take the actions of the sovereign you. This might mean investing in your education, dressing in a way that makes you feel powerful, or managing the money you do have with respect and wisdom. Alignment is the daily practice of being that which you have decided to be. The second anchor is T, transmute. We have already explored this deeply in the context of shattering the Scarcity constellation. Transmutation is the active process of dealing with the inevitable resistance that arises when you aim for a higher reality. Doubt, fear, and the critical inner voice are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that you are challenging your old limitations. The Atlas Protocol does not ignore this resistance. It harnesses it. When a doubt appears, you acknowledge it and use its energy as a trigger to reaffirm your intention even more powerfully. "I'm not sure this will work," is met with a firm internal command. "My power is absolute. It is already done." You are an alchemist, turning the lead of fear into the gold of conviction. The third anchor is L, launch. This is the art of letting go. After you have performed your ignition ritual, you must release your desire to the universe with absolute faith. Clinging to it, worrying about it, constantly checking for results. This is the energy of doubt. It is like planting a seed and then digging it up every hour to see if it has grown. The launch is an act of supreme trust in the universal laws. You have done your part. You have created the blueprint and sent the command. Now you must allow the infinite intelligence of the universe, which is infinitely wiser than your conscious mind, to handle the how. You must surrender the outcome, knowing that it is already secured. This detachment is not indifference, it is unwavering faith. The fourth anchor is A, actualize. The universe will begin to orchestrate events, synchronicities, and opportunities to guide you to your destination. It will speak to you through intuition, sudden ideas, and unexpected encounters. The anchor of actualization is the practice of paying attention and taking inspired action. This is not the same as hustling or grinding. Inspired action feels light, exciting, and natural. It is the next logical step that appears before you. It could be the urge to call a specific person, to read a certain book, or to start a new project. You must act on these intuitive nudges without hesitation. This is you co-creating with the cosmos, taking the physical steps that allow your manifestation to dock in your reality. Finally, the fifth anchor is S, sustain. Once your manifestation begins to arrive, you must sustain the new state. Many people receive a portion of what they desire, only to revert to their old scarcity mindset and lose it. To sustain wealth, you must fully embody the identity of a wealthy person. This means practicing gratitude for what you have, managing your resources wisely, and continuing to live from a place of abundance, not from the fear of losing what you've gained. Sustaining is about making your new reality your natural, default state of being. It is about becoming the titan who can effortlessly hold the world of wealth you have created. Your practical application is to create an Atlas checklist. In your journal, write down the 5 anchors: align, transmute, launch, actualize, sustain. Each day, briefly assess your performance on each. For align, how did I embody my wealthy self today? For transmute, what resistance did I face, and how did I transmute it? For launch, am I trusting the process, or am I attached and worried? For actualize, what inspired actions did I take? For sustain, how am I practicing the state of abundance I now inhabit? This daily check-in anchors the framework in your conscious mind and ensures you are actively building your bridge to abundance. The final teaching is that vision without action is a hallucination. The Atlas Matrix is the divine action that makes your inner vision an outer reality. You are the Titan. These are your anchors. Drive them deep. Energy affirmations. I align my entire being with the frequency of wealth. I transmute every obstacle into a stepping stone. I launch my desires with absolute faith and detachment. I act decisively on every inspired opportunity. I sustain my new reality of abundance with grace and gratitude. The Atlas Matrix is my bridge between worlds. I am a master of inspired action and physical manifestation. Chapter 7. Wealth Velocity, Bending Time with Focused Energy. Time, as you perceive it, is an illusion. In the quantum realm, the past, present, and future exist simultaneously as infinite probabilities. Your consciousness, by the act of observation and assumption, collapses these probabilities into a linear sequence you experience as time. The delay you experience between your inner creation and its outer manifestation, what we can call lag time, is not a universal law. It is a product of the intensity of your focus and the purity of your belief. By mastering your energy, you can bend this temporal illusion. You can decrease the lag time. You can achieve what we call wealth velocity, the accelerated manifestation of your financial desires. This is not about impatience. It is about efficiency. It is about becoming so aligned and so certain that the universe responds almost instantaneously. The primary factor governing wealth velocity is emotional coherence. Your emotional state is the engine of manifestation. When your emotions are scattered, a mix of hope, doubt, fear, and desire, you are sending a chaotic, incoherent signal into the field. The universe receives this garbled message and reflects back a garbled, slow, and unpredictable result. However, when you can generate and sustain a single, pure, powerful emotional state, the state of gratitude and certainty that your desire is already a fact, you are creating a coherent laser of energy. This signal is so clear, so powerful, and so unambiguous that the quantum field has no choice but to conform to it rapidly. The purity of your feeling state dictates the speed of your manifestation. To increase wealth velocity, you must also understand the concept of the path of least resistance. The universe always seeks the most efficient way to deliver your desire. Often, your conscious mind, with its limited logic, tries to dictate the how. You decide you must get a promotion, or win the lottery, or start a specific business. In doing so, you may be blocking 1,000 other, faster, easier pathways that the infinite intelligence of the cosmos has available. True speed comes from focusing solely on the end state. the feeling of being wealthy and secure, and letting go of the how completely. By remaining open and unattached to a specific path, you allow the universe to surprise you with the quickest and most miraculous route. Your job is to hold the vision of the destination. The universe's job is to manage the logistics of the journey. A powerful practical technique to accelerate manifestation is temporal condensation. This is an advanced visualization where you consciously compress the timeline of your creation. Find a quiet space and enter a meditative state. First, perform your ignition ritual, creating the vivid imaginal scene of your wish fulfilled. Feel it as real, right now. Now, you will add a new element. Imagine a brilliant timeline stretching out before you. See your present moment and see the future moment where your desire is physically manifest. Now, with the power of your will, imagine grabbing that future moment and pulling it toward you, right into your present. Visualize the timeline condensing, buckling, and collapsing until the future event and the present moment merge into one single point of light. As you do this, feel an intense surge of energy, a sense of ecstatic arrival. In your mind, declare, I collapse time now. The future is my present. My desire is here, in this moment. Hold this feeling of condensed, instantaneous manifestation for as long as you can. You are using your focused consciousness to override the collective belief in linear time. You are issuing a command to the quantum field that there is no separation between your desire and its fulfillment. This is not just a mental trick. It is an energetic event. You are creating a powerful gravitational pull that accelerates the physical actualization of your goal. Practice this temporal condensation technique after your daily ignition ritual. It is like adding a supercharger to your manifestation engine. Reflect on this. Where have you been complicit in the belief that good things take time? Where have you accepted delay as an inevitability? This belief in lag time is a program you can uninstall. The final teaching of this chapter is that the universe moves at the speed of your conviction. Your absolute, unshakable certainty is the catalyst that bends time. When you eliminate doubt, you eliminate delay. When you live in the absolute conviction that you are already that which you desire to be, the gap between the inner and outer worlds closes, and your reality must, by law, update itself in what will seem to others like the blink of an eye. You are not just a creator, you are an accelerator. Energy affirmations. I move at the speed of my own conviction. I collapse time and manifest my desires instantly. My emotional coherence creates a laser of creative power. I am a conduit for rapid, miraculous manifestation. I release all attachment to how my good arrives. I only know that it does, and it does now. The universe responds immediately to my clear and focused command. I am the master of wealth velocity. Chapter 8. The Galactic Subconscious. Planting seeds in star fields of belief. Your conscious mind is the captain of the ship, deciding the destination. But your subconscious mind is the vast, powerful, and unseen engine room that actually moves the vessel. It is a realm of immense power, a galactic field of pure energy and belief, where the seeds of your reality are planted and nurtured. The subconscious does not reason or argue. It simply accepts what is impressed upon it as truth and then works tirelessly, 24/7, to manifest that truth in your physical world. It controls your heartbeat, your bodily functions, and the vibrational frequency you emit into the universe. To achieve interstellar abundance, you must bypass the skeptical conscious mind and plant your seeds of wealth directly into the fertile, star-filled soil of the subconscious. The subconscious mind is most receptive during states of reduced conscious resistance, specifically in the moments just before you fall asleep and just as you are waking up. In these hypnagogic and hypnopompic states, the veil between the conscious and subconscious is at its thinnest. The analytical mind is dormant, and you have direct access to the programming level of your reality. What you impress upon your subconscious in these moments is taken as a direct command. It is the most critical time for a reality architect. Wasting these precious moments by replaying the worries of the day or dreading the day to come is an act of unconscious self-sabotage. It is like planting weeds in the most fertile garden in the cosmos. The language of the subconscious, as we've discussed, is feeling and imagery. Words are secondary. You cannot simply repeat "I am wealthy" with your conscious mind while feeling anxious about bills. The subconscious responds to the dominant feeling, not the empty words. Therefore, the art of subconscious impression is the art of generating the genuine feeling of the wish fulfilled. You must feel the security, the freedom, the joy, the relief of already having your desire. This feeling, when sustained as you drift into sleep, is the seed. Your subconscious mind then takes this seed, and during your sleep begins the process of germination, weaving it into the fabric of your reality, aligning you with the people, opportunities, and events that will bring it to fruition. Your most important practical application is the subconscious seeding protocol. This will become the last thing you do every single night without fail. Lie down in your bed, ready for sleep. Do not look at your phone or any screens. Close your eyes and bring to mind the short, powerful, imaginal scene that implies your desire is fulfilled, the one you perfected in your ignition ritual. But this time, you will simplify it and focus entirely on the feeling. Reduce the scene to a single, potent, sensory snapshot. For wealth, it could be the feeling of holding a tangible object that represents your financial freedom, or simply the overwhelming sensation of relief and gratitude washing over you. Now, begin to loop this feeling. Don't strain. Gently, passively, allow this feeling to become your lullaby. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the feeling. The goal is to fall asleep while steeped in the emotion of the fulfilled wish. You are marinating your subconscious mind in the frequency of your new reality for the entire 8 hours you are asleep. As you drift off, you can whisper a short, powerful phrase that captures the essence of the feeling, such as, "It is done," or simply, "Thank you." You are giving your subconscious its blueprint and its instructions for the night's work. This single practice, performed with consistency and faith, is one of the most powerful manifestation techniques in existence. It will fundamentally rewire your vibrational set point. Reflect on what you have been planting in your subconscious garden each night. Have you been sowing seeds of worry, replaying arguments, stressing about finances? You have been commanding your subconscious to create more of the same. From this night forward, you take conscious control of the seeding process. The final teaching is this: your subconscious mind is your most powerful and obedient servant. It desires only to serve you and bring your beliefs into form. Give it a beautiful blueprint, a seed of magnificent abundance, and it will build you a reality that surpasses your wildest dreams. Treat the gateway to sleep as the holiest moment of your day, for it is then that you are truly planting the stars of your future. Energy affirmations. My subconscious mind is a fertile field for miracles. As I sleep, my subconscious mind works to manifest my every desire. I impress my subconscious with feelings of success, wealth, and joy. Every night I plant seeds of interstellar abundance. My subconscious mind accepts my new reality of wealth as absolute truth. I am the master programmer of my subconscious mind. I awaken each morning more aligned with my infinite prosperity. Chapter 9. Vibrational Resonance. The currency of the cosmos. The universe does not transact in dollars, euros, or gold. The fundamental currency of the cosmos is vibration. Everything from the chair you are sitting on to the thoughts in your head is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. Like attracts like. This is the great immutable law of attraction, or more accurately, the law of resonance. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. You attract that which is in vibrational harmony with your dominant state of being. To command interstellar wealth, you must become a vibrational match to it. This means cultivating and sustaining the frequency of abundance as your natural default state, regardless of external circumstances. Your vibration is your point of attraction. It is your true cosmic currency. Wealth is not a thing you acquire. It is a frequency you tune into. Think of the universe as a radio with an infinite number of stations. There is a station for poverty, a station for just getting by, and a station for outrageous, overflowing abundance. Most people are tuned to a station they don't enjoy, but they believe the radio is broken or that those are the only stations available. They try to change their reality without changing their frequency, which is impossible. The 3I Atlas Protocol is the process of consciously changing your tuner. You are deliberately calibrating your own energy field, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, to resonate with the frequency of the station labeled Infinite Wealth. When you achieve resonance, the broadcast of that station must, by law, become your reality. How do you cultivate this vibrational resonance? The key is through conscious emotional management. Your emotions are the most direct indicators of your vibrational frequency. Emotions like gratitude, joy, love, and certainty vibrate at a very high frequency. Emotions like fear, jealousy, anger, and despair vibrate at a very low frequency. To become a match for wealth, you must deliberately practice feeling the high-frequency emotions associated with it before it arrives. The most powerful of these is gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate frequency of receivership. When you are truly grateful, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you have already received. The universe, hearing this signal of reception, has no choice but to deliver that which you are grateful for. Your practical application is to create a vibrational resonance chamber. This is not a physical place, but a mental and emotional state you will enter for at least 5 minutes, multiple times a day. The trigger for this will be any transaction of money. Every time you spend money, whether it's buying a coffee or paying a bill, you will pause. Instead of feeling the familiar pang of lack, I have less now, you will consciously shift your vibration. You will bless the money as it leaves. You will say silently, I release you with joy. Go out into the world, multiply, and return to me 1,000-fold. Then, you will immediately generate a powerful feeling of gratitude. Be grateful for the coffee. Be grateful for the electricity the bill paid for. Be grateful that you have money to exchange for value. Furthermore, in these 5-minute sessions, you will create a gratitude rampage. Close your eyes and begin to list, either mentally or out loud, everything you are grateful for right now. Start small, the air you breathe, the chair supporting you. Then expand, your health, your relationships, your past successes. Now, and this is the crucial step, begin to express gratitude for the wealth that is on its way to you, as if it is already here. I am so grateful for the financial freedom that allows me to travel the world. I am so grateful for the peace of mind that comes from knowing all my needs are met. I am so grateful for my ability to contribute generously to others. Feel the genuine emotion of this gratitude. You are using gratitude to tune your frequency to the reality you are calling forth. This practice reprograms your relationship with money from one of lack to one of joyous, abundant flow. Reflect on your current vibrational offering. What is the dominant emotional song you are singing to the universe each day? Is it a song of worry, of struggle, or is it a symphony of gratitude and abundance? The cosmos is an echo chamber. It can only send back the echo of the song you are singing. The final teaching is this: stop chasing wealth. You cannot catch it. Instead, become the vibrational magnet to which it must, by its very nature, be drawn. Your work is not to get, but to be. Be the frequency. Radiate the resonance of wealth. Embody the vibration of abundance, and the universe will shower you with its physical equivalent. You are a living tuning fork. Calibrate yourself to wealth, and your world will ring with its sound. Energy affirmations. I am a perfect vibrational match to infinite wealth. Gratitude is my natural state of being. I am tuned to the frequency of abundance and prosperity. My vibration is the cosmic currency that attracts all I desire. I radiate success, and the universe reflects it back to me. Money flows to me because I am in resonance with it. I am a living magnet for miracles, money, and opportunities. Chapter 10. The God Particle in Motion, Inspired Action as a Universal Law. There is a misconception in the world of manifestation that one can simply sit, visualize, and wait for riches to fall from the sky. This is a passive and incomplete understanding of the creative process. The universe is not a static field. It is a dynamic, interactive dance. While your inner work, the 3I engine, is the primary cause, it requires a physical component to fully anchor in this dimension. This is the principle of inspired action, the fourth anchor of the Atlas Matrix, Actualize. Inspired action is the God particle in motion. It is the universe using your physical body as the final conduit through which your manifestation can enter the world. It is the bridge of incidents, the series of seemingly natural steps that leads you to your goal. To ignore the call to inspired action is to leave your temple half-built. What distinguishes inspired action from desperate hustle action? The difference lies entirely in the energy behind it. Desperate action comes from a place of lack, from a belief that you have to make it happen. It feels heavy, stressful, and forced. It is rooted in the assumption that the universe is not supporting you. Inspired action, on the other hand, flows from a place of trust and alignment. It feels light, exciting, effortless, and often shows up as a sudden, clear, intuitive nudge. It is the universe whispering, "The path is clear. Take this next step." It does not feel like work. It feels like play, like the most natural and obvious thing to do in that moment. The universe communicates its plan for you through the language of intuition. It will plant an idea in your mind. It will give you a sudden urge to go to a specific place or contact a specific person. It will present you with synchronicities that seem too perfect to be coincidences. These are not random events. These are breadcrumbs on the trail to your manifested desire. The actualize phase of Atlas is your sacred duty to follow these breadcrumbs without hesitation. When you receive an intuitive hit, your only job is to act on it immediately, without overthinking or allowing the logical mind to create doubt. The logical mind can only reason based on past data. It knows nothing of the miraculous pathways the universe can create. Trusting and acting upon your intuition is an act of supreme faith, a declaration to the universe that you are ready to be its partner in creation. Your practical application is to become an intuition athlete. You will train your ability to recognize and act on intuitive guidance. For the next week, you will carry a journal specifically for this purpose. Divide each page into 2 columns, intuitive nudge and action and outcome. Throughout the day, pay close attention to the subtle urges and ideas that pop into your head. It might be small things at first. Take a different route to work. Reach out to that old friend. Read the 3rd article down on that web page. Write down the nudge in the 1st column. Then, as soon as is practical, act on it. Do not question it. Just do it. Afterward, record what you did and what the outcome was in the 2nd column. This practice does 2 things. First, it trains you to distinguish the clear, quiet voice of intuition from the loud, fearful voice of the ego. Second, as you see the positive and surprising outcomes of following these nudges, you will build irrefutable proof that you are being guided. This builds the muscle of trust. You may find that taking a different route helps you avoid an accident. You may discover that the old friend you contacted has the exact opportunity you've been looking for. By starting with small, low-stakes actions, you build the confidence to act on the bigger, life-changing nudges when they arrive. You are proving to the universe that you are a reliable co-creator, ready and willing to do your part in the divine dance. Reflect on the times in your life when you had a hunch and ignored it, only to regret it later. That was the universe trying to guide you. Inspired action is not about forcing your reality. It's about gracefully allowing it to unfold through you. The final teaching is this: you have already won the battle in the causal realm of your imagination. The physical world is simply the victory lap. Inspired action is you running that lap with joy and certainty. Be still and listen. The universe is always whispering the next step. When you hear it, move. Not with the frantic energy of the seeker, but with the calm, confident stride of the sovereign, who is simply walking toward the kingdom that is already theirs. Energy affirmations. I am a clear channel for divine guidance. I act on my intuition with speed, faith, and confidence. The universe orchestrates my success through inspired action. Every step I take is guided, guarded, and guaranteed. I am a joyful co-creator with the cosmos. My actions are light, powerful, and perfectly aligned with my desires. I am the God particle in magnificent motion. Chapter 11. Navigating the Void. Transmuting fear into financial fuel. Between the launching of your desire and its physical appearance, there is often a period of seeming silence. This is the void. It is the cosmic incubation period, the sacred pause where the seeds you have planted are gathering energy beneath the soil just before they sprout. To the uninitiated, the void feels like failure. The senses report that nothing is happening, and the ego begins to scream in fear and doubt. It's not working. This is all nonsense. You're going to be disappointed again. This is the most critical test on the path of the reality architect. It is the moment where most people abandon their creation and revert to their old reality. But the master understands that the void is not empty. It is pregnant with potential. Navigating it successfully is the key to bringing your creation to term. The primary challenge of the void is the resurgence of fear. Fear is a dense, low-frequency energy that is diametrically opposed to the high frequency of faith and abundance. When you allow fear to dominate your consciousness, you are effectively canceling your order with the universe. You are sending out a powerful counter-signal of disbelief that neutralizes your initial intention. The second anchor of Atlas, transmute, is never more critical than it is here. You must become a master alchemist, capable of taking the raw, primal energy of fear and transmuting it into the rocket fuel of unwavering conviction. How is this done? First, you must stop resisting fear. What you resist persists. When you fight fear, you give it your energy and make it stronger. Instead, you will practice the art of fear illumination. When the feeling of fear or doubt arises, do not push it away. Stop what you are doing. Close your eyes and locate the fear in your body. Is it a tightness in your chest? A knot in your stomach? Simply observe it without judgment. Breathe into it. Then, speak to it as if it were a separate entity. Say, "I see you. I acknowledge your presence. Thank you for trying to protect me based on old programming. But I am the one in command now." By doing this, you disidentify from the fear. It is no longer you. It is an energy pattern you are observing. This simple act of conscious acknowledgement robs it of its power over you. The second step is the active transmutation. Having acknowledged the fear, you will now consciously overwrite its signal. You will flood your being with the opposite frequency. The most powerful antidote to fear is faith expressed as gratitude. With the feeling of fear still faintly present, you will begin to generate an overwhelming state of gratitude for your already fulfilled desire. Say, "Despite this feeling of fear, I know the truth. And the truth is, I am wealth. I am so grateful for the financial security that is my divine birthright. I am so grateful that the universe is flawlessly arranging everything for my highest good." You must generate a feeling of gratitude so powerful, so authentic, that it literally crowds out the frequency of fear. You are using a superior vibrational force to dissolve an inferior one. Your practical application is to create a fear transmutation trigger. Choose a simple physical action that you will perform every single time you feel fear or doubt about your manifestation. It could be tapping your heart 3 times, snapping your fingers, or touching your thumb and forefinger together. This will be your physical anchor. The moment you feel fear, perform your trigger. This action will be the cue to your brain to immediately initiate the 2-step process. 1. Acknowledge the fear. I see you. 2. Immediately generate the overwhelming feeling of gratitude for your success. Thank you for my wealth. By practicing this consistently, you will rewire your neurological response to fear. Instead of letting it send you into a spiral of doubt, you will use the energy of fear itself as a reminder to affirm your faith even more powerfully. Reflect on how fear has governed your past. It has been the invisible fence that has kept you penned in a small pasture of possibility. The void is its last-ditch effort to keep you contained. The final teaching is this: the silence of the void is not absence, it is orchestration. The universe is silent because it is busy working on your behalf. Your fear is the only thing that can disrupt the process. Learn to see your fear not as an enemy, but as a loyal, misguided servant still running an old program. Thank it, dismiss it, and then turn your attention back to the unwavering truth of your fulfilled desire. Master the void, and you master the final frontier of creation. Energy affirmations. I am the master of my emotional state. I welcome the void as the sacred space of creation. I transmute every spark of fear into the fire of my conviction. My faith is more powerful than any evidence of my senses. The silence of the universe is the sound of my success being built. I am calm, centered, and certain in the face of all appearances. My power is perfected in the stillness of the void. Chapter 12. The Echo Chamber of Eternity. Multiplying Manifestations. Once you have mastered the foundational principles of the 3I Atlas Protocol and successfully manifested your initial desires, you will discover a profound truth. The universe is an echo chamber. Every creation, every success, every declaration of I am does not simply happen once and then fade away. It sends a powerful ripple through the fabric of reality, and that ripple returns to you, amplified. This is the principle of momentum in manifestation. Success begets success. Wealth begets wealth. The state of being you achieve through one successful creation makes the next one exponentially easier and faster. You are creating a feedback loop of power, an echo chamber of eternity, where your every success multiplies and returns to you with interstellar force. The key to activating this echo chamber is the fifth and final anchor of the Atlas framework. S. Sustain. Sustaining the state of the wish fulfilled is not just about keeping what you have manifested. It is about making that state your new vibrational home, your default reality. When you manifest a significant sum of money, the temptation is to either squander it in a frenzy of lack energy or hoard it out of fear of losing it. Both actions broadcast a frequency of scarcity and shut down the echo chamber. To sustain and multiply, you must embody the consciousness of the person for whom this level of wealth is normal, natural, and continuous. You must become the unwavering source of the abundance vibration. Embodying this new state has two primary components: identity-level integration and joyful circulation. Identity-level integration means you no longer see yourself as someone who got lucky or someone who successfully manifested something. You simply see yourself as a wealthy, powerful creator. It is who you are. It is your identity. This requires releasing the story of the struggle and fully stepping into the story of sovereignty. You no longer define yourself by your past limitations. You define yourself by your present and future power. This internal identity shift is the bedrock upon which all future, greater manifestations will be built. The second component, joyful circulation, is the physical expression of your abundant identity. Wealth, like all energy, must flow. Stagnant energy creates blockages. When you receive abundance, you must also allow it to flow from you with joy. This does not mean being reckless. It means being a conscious and joyous conduit. This includes paying your bills with gratitude, investing in yourself and your growth, spending on things that bring you genuine joy, and giving generously to people and causes that inspire you. Every dollar you release with the energy of joy and abundance is a seed you are planting in the echo chamber. It is a declaration to the universe that you know there is always more where that came from. This act of fearless, joyful circulation signals your trust in the infinite source, which in turn opens the floodgates for more to flow to you. Your practical application is the ritual of the perpetual harvest. This is a weekly practice to sustain and amplify your state of wealth. Once a week, sit down with your finances. First, practice gratitude. Look at the money you have, the value you have received, and feel profound, authentic gratitude for it. Second, consciously direct a portion of your resources. This means paying your bills not as a chore, but as a joyful exchange of energy. It means setting aside a portion for joyful spending, guilt-free money for you to enjoy. And crucially, it means setting aside a portion for giving, even if it's a small amount. The act of giving from a state of abundance is one of the most powerful ways to signal to the universe that you are a vessel of plenty. As you perform this weekly ritual, hold the core feeling. This is normal for me. I am a being of infinite flow. Money is a tool for my joy and expansion, and it circulates through my life with ease and grace. This ritual transforms the act of managing money from a task of scarcity into a sacred ceremony of abundance, constantly reinforcing your new identity and keeping the echo chamber wide open. Reflect on this. The universe wants to give you more than you can possibly imagine. It is only waiting for you to prove that you have the capacity to hold it and circulate it. The final teaching is that your first major manifestation is not the destination. It is the key that unlocks the door to the echo chamber of eternity. Step through that door, sustain the vibration, and prepare for a life of continuous, ever-expanding, interstellar abundance. Energy affirmations. I am a being of ever-expanding abundance. Success is my natural state, and it multiplies with ease. I sustain the frequency of wealth as my default reality. I am a conduit for the joyful circulation of money. The more I give, the more I receive, amplified and multiplied. My wealth is not an event, it is my identity. I live and breathe in the echo chamber of eternity, and my good perpetually returns to me. Chapter 13. The Titan's Burden. Wielding wealth with wisdom and power. You have learned to command the forces of creation. You have deciphered the code, activated the matrix, and unlocked the flow of interstellar abundance. Wealth is no longer a distant dream, it is your tangible reality. Now you face the final initiation, the one that separates a mere magician from a true master, a fleeting millionaire from an enduring sovereign. This is the Titan's Burden, a name that signifies not a hardship, but a sacred responsibility. It is the challenge of wielding your newfound wealth and power with wisdom, integrity, and a purpose that transcends your own personal gain. For wealth without wisdom is a wild river that can carve a canyon of chaos through your life. Power without purpose is a fire that consumes its own vessel. The mythological Titan, Atlas, was given the task of holding up the heavens. This symbolizes the immense responsibility that comes with immense power. As an architect of reality who commands the Atlas protocol, you too are given a world to hold, the world you have created. The first principle of wielding this power wisely is to understand that money is an amplifier. It does not change who you are. It simply makes you more of what you already are. If you are insecure, wealth will amplify that insecurity. If you are generous, wealth will amplify that generosity. Therefore, the most important investment you can ever make is in the continued refinement of your own character. Your inner state of being, your peace, your integrity, your compassion, is the container that must hold your wealth. If the container has cracks, the wealth will leak away. The second principle is the shift from accumulation to creation. The scarcity mindset is obsessed with accumulating and hoarding resources. The abundance mindset, the Titan's mindset, is focused on using resources to create value, beauty, and expansion in the world. Your wealth is not a trophy to be polished, it is a tool to be wielded. It is capital, in the truest sense of the word, energy to be deployed for creative purposes. This means investing in ideas that inspire you, supporting artists and innovators, funding projects that solve problems, and building systems that create more abundance not just for you, but for others as well. You transition from being a consumer of reality to being a conscious creator and benefactor of reality. This is the true meaning of power. The third principle is sovereign detachment. This means your sense of self, your peace, and your identity are not dependent on your net worth. You created the wealth, therefore you are the source of the wealth, not the other way around. A sovereign is not shaken by market fluctuations or external events, because they know their true riches lie in their ability to command the inner forces of creation. This detachment allows you to make clear, powerful financial decisions from a place of wisdom, not from fear or greed. You play the game of money with skill and joy, but you know that you are infinitely more than the game. This inner freedom is the ultimate luxury, the true interstellar wealth that no one can ever take from you. Your practical application is to draft your Titan's Codex. This is your personal constitution, a written declaration of how you will wield your wealth and power. It should be a living document that you review and refine regularly. In your codex, answer these questions with profound honesty. What is the ultimate purpose of my wealth? What values will guide all of my financial decisions? How will I use my resources to expand my own character and contribute to the world? What does being a wise and powerful steward of abundance mean to me? What is my legacy? Writing this down is a powerful act of intention. It sets the energetic blueprint for your relationship with your own power. It ensures you remain the master of your wealth, not its servant. Reflect now on the idea of responsibility. The old paradigm taught you to see wealth as a goal for personal comfort. The new paradigm, the Titan's paradigm, asks you to see it as a sacred trust for planetary evolution. The final teaching is this: you were not given this immense creative power merely to decorate your own life. You were given the keys to the kingdom so that you could become a pillar of strength, a beacon of possibility, and a fountain of resources for a world in need of architects like you. The Titan's burden is not a weight. It is a privilege. It is the honor of holding up a new world, a new heaven, forged by your own conscious command. Wield it well. Energy affirmations. I am the wise and powerful steward of my abundance. My wealth is a tool for creation, contribution, and joy. I wield my power with integrity, purpose, and grace. My character is the unbreakable container for my vast fortune. I am the source of my wealth, and my source is infinite. My inner peace is my ultimate treasure. I accept the sacred responsibility of my creative power. Chapter 14. The Perpetual Harvest. Living in the reality you have forged. You have journeyed through the void, shattered the constellations of scarcity, and shouldered the Titan's burden. You have arrived. This is the promised land, the reality you first conceived in the sacred workshop of your imagination. The perpetual harvest is the state of living in this new world, not as a visitor, but as its rightful sovereign. It is the art of normalizing miracles, of making abundance your baseline, and of dwelling continuously in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is not the end of your journey of creation, but rather the beginning of a new way of being, where the cycle of desire, creation, and reception becomes as natural and effortless as breathing. Living in the perpetual harvest requires a fundamental shift in perception. You must stop seeing your success as a manifestation or a result. These words imply a separation between you and your good. Instead, you must see your abundant reality as the natural, inevitable outflow of who you are. A star does not manifest light. It is light. An apple tree does not attract apples. It grows apples because that is its nature. You, as a master of the 3i Atlas protocol, do not attract wealth. You are the consciousness of wealth, and therefore your world is filled with its fruit. This is a subtle but profound shift from doing to being. You are no longer consciously doing the work to get something. You are simply being the person for whom this reality is normal. This state is maintained through the practice of assumption and embodiment. You continually assume the feeling of your new reality. When you wake up, you do not think, I need to do my exercises to maintain my wealth. Instead, you simply awaken into the feeling of being a wealthy, sovereign individual. It is an assumption that is held so constantly and naturally that it requires no effort. Embodiment is the physical expression of this assumption. You move through your day with the quiet confidence, the relaxed posture, and the generous spirit of one who knows that all is well, that supply is infinite, and that they are the master of their universe. Your physical being begins to radiate the frequency of your assumed state. A critical component of the perpetual harvest is celebrating your current reality while simultaneously incubating your next creation. The state of abundance is not static. It is a state of perpetual expansion. From your new, elevated plateau of success, you will naturally conceive of new and grander visions. The process is the same, but it begins from a much higher set point. You do not create your next desire from a place of need, but from a place of joyous expansion. Wouldn't it be wonderful if becomes your creative mantra? You use your current abundance as the stable platform from which you launch your next rocket of desire, knowing with absolute certainty that the creative principles are immutable and will work just as flawlessly for your next billion as they did for your first million. Your practical application for living this truth is the practice of the evening embodiment review. Each night before you perform your subconscious seeding protocol, take 5 minutes to review your day, but through a specific lens. You are not looking for what went right or wrong. You are looking for evidence that you are living from your new state of being. Ask yourself, where today did I think, speak, and act as the wealthy, powerful sovereign I am. How did I embody my new identity? Acknowledge these moments. Maybe you made a decision from a place of abundance instead of fear. Maybe you felt a moment of pure gratitude for your freedom. Maybe you spoke about your future with absolute certainty. By focusing on this evidence, you are reinforcing the neural pathways of your new identity. You are proving to yourself day by day that you are this new person. This makes the assumption unshakable. Reflect on the journey. You began by deciphering a code, and now you have become the living code itself. The principles are no longer something you apply. They are something you are. The final teaching is this: true mastery is not found in the constant, effortful application of a technique. It is found when the technique dissolves into your very nature. The perpetual harvest is the state where you no longer need to consciously weave on the quantum loom, because you have become the master weaver. Your every thought, your every feeling, your every assumption is a thread in a magnificent, ever-expanding tapestry of interstellar abundance. You are not just visiting the promised land. You are its foundation, its architect, and its king. Energy affirmations. I live, move, and have my being in a state of perpetual abundance. Miracles are my new normal. I am the living embodiment of wealth, power, and sovereignty. My abundant reality is a natural reflection of who I am. From this place of success, I joyfully create even greater realities. I assume the state of my fulfilled desire, and it is my constant companion. I am the harvest, and the harvest is endless. Chapter 15. You are the code, embodying the interstellar sovereign. We have come to the end of our transmission, but it is the true beginning of your life as a conscious creator. We have journeyed through the 3I engine and the Atlas matrix. We have shattered constellations of lack and learned to wield power with the wisdom of a titan. And now we arrive at the final, ultimate truth, the secret that was hidden in plain sight from the very beginning. The 3I Atlas protocol is not a system you learn, it is a reality you are. The code is not external to you, you are the code. You are the intention, the imagination, and the invocation. You are the alignment, the transmutation, the launch, the actualization, and the sustenance. These were never steps to acquire power. They were merely labels for the divine attributes that have been sleeping within you all along. Your journey has been one of remembrance. You have not been adding anything to yourself, but stripping away the layers of conditioning, doubt, and fear that obscured the magnificent truth of your own being. The I Am singularity is not a concept. It is the literal center of your consciousness. The quantum loom is not a metaphor. Your consciousness is truly the force that weaves the fabric of space-time. This entire masterclass has been a mirror designed to reflect back to you the face of the God that you are. To embody the interstellar sovereign is to fully and finally accept this identity, to let it permeate every cell of your being, every thought in your mind, every beat of your heart. The interstellar sovereign lives by a different set of laws. They do not react to the world of shadows and effects. They command from the world of substance and cause. They know that circumstances are fleeting and that consciousness is the only enduring reality. They do not seek validation, approval, or permission, for they are the supreme authority in their universe. They do not see problems, only opportunities for creation. They do not recognize competition, only infinite potential for all. They do not hope for a better future. They command it into being from the eternal now. This is your birthright. This is the identity you are now called to fully and irrevocably claim. This embodiment is your final and greatest work. It is a moment-by-moment choice. In every situation you will ask yourself, how would the sovereign I Am act here? What would the architect of worlds think about this? How would the master of interstellar abundance feel right now? You then choose to think, feel, and act from that state. This is the discipline and the delight of the awakened creator. You are no longer running the program, you are the programmer. You are no longer deciphering the code, you are the living, breathing source code of your reality. Your every breath is an invocation. Your every choice is a command that ripples through the cosmos. There is no final practical application, for your very life is now the application. Your existence is the ritual. However, there is a final act of anointing. Find a time when you can be completely alone and undisturbed. Stand before a mirror. Look deep into your own eyes. Past the reflection of the person you thought you were. Look until you see the silent, powerful, infinite presence behind the eyes, the real you, the I am. When you feel that connection, place your hand over your heart and make this final binding declaration to yourself. Speak it aloud with the full force of your will and the quiet certainty of absolute truth. I am no longer the student of the law, I am the living law. I am no longer the seeker of wealth, I am the source of wealth. I am no longer the builder of reality, I am the reality from which all worlds are built. The 3I Atlas Protocol is my true name. The power that creates galaxies resides within me, as me. I now fully and completely accept my sovereign nature. I am the architect. I am the titan. I am the code. I am. And my world is born of this truth. It is done. Feel the finality of this declaration. Feel the shift as the last vestiges of the old identity fall away. You have graduated. There is nothing more to learn, only more to be. Go forth from this place not as one who has learned a secret, but as one who has become the secret. Command your reality with love, with wisdom, and with the unshakable authority of who you truly are. The cosmos is waiting for your next decree. The age of interstellar abundance is not coming. It is here, and it is you. Final energy affirmations. I am the code. I am the source. I am the power and the presence. I am the architect of worlds. I am interstellar abundance, manifested. I am the sovereign authority in my reality. I am.